I'm here with Farshid Mohammadi, and we are at GoFoton, and let's talk a little bit about, if we can, the key market trends that are affecting fiber management systems. How do you see that?
Sure, thanks Kyla for having us and having this conversation with us. I think if you take a look at service providers in general, over the past several years, what they've done is they've started migrating their thinking and their networks from one that provides connectivity to one that provides content, and now they're looking at providing contextual network. So the idea of contextual network is that the end users and the customers and the network will interact with each other in a real time based on real time policies and locations.
Right.
Now, in order to be able to do that, you have to have a distributed system that provides those connectivity very close to the customer. So as a result, if you take a look at the old fiber distribution systems that we had, they used a very centralized architecture of how they did this. Now with this new paradigm that's happening, you really have to revisit that and see whether that old centralized architecture is going to work, or do we have to rethink that as we go forward?
Right, so with that in mind, what would you say the existing challenges of fiber management systems are right now as customers start kind of integrating them and using them?
Absolutely. So as we take a look at it, one of the things that we've realized is we have to start thinking in terms of a distributed fiber management system, which means that instead of having a frame-based approach to fiber distribution management, where you bring every fiber to a frame and then you use that frame to do splicing and then distribution, you have to have a chassis-based approach to fiber management for a distributed system. In essence, the fiber management goes on top of the active equipment rack, and you can just move that together. You save space and you save time. I think the other key thing is, if you take a look at it, the existing fiber management systems are built in a way that you have to have access to both the front and the back of the frame. And as space becoming very scarce, that's an issue. You have to be able to access the fiber from the front, both the front connectors and the back connectors. And that's something, again, at GoFoton that we've spent a lot of time making sure that happens. The last part of that we're going to talk more about is, if you take a look at the existing fiber management solutions, arguably for the past 20, 25 years, really hasn't been any real innovation, right? You've seen a lot of innovation on the active equipment side with Moore's Law and this SDN and virtualization. You've seen a lot of evolution and advances in the fiber, bending sensitive fiber, microduct solutions. But when it comes to fiber distribution management systems, because of the LC connectors and the fat finger issue, they couldn't really make the changes and the progress that they wanted to make. But at GoFoton, what we have done is we've come up with a set of spreadable solutions that you can see here that allows any craft to handle single LC connector without affecting.
So you're not fighting for
Absolutely,
space.
fighting. And the interesting thing is here, a lot of other people have tried to help the situation, but we've completely resolved this issue. And that's the resolution of that issue that allows us to really start thinking about changing the architecture and of the fiber distribution management going forward.
All right, very good insight. Well, thank you so much. We're glad to have you, and we are at GoFoton. Thank you so much, Farshid.
Thank you, Kyla. Pleasure meeting you.